Welcome back to the Metronome Madness League. We have 60 Sleepers going up against the Master Mewtwo's in their second match of the season. The Sleepers won their first match. They are 1-0, and so did the Mewtwo. So someone is going to go down with a loss here tonight. The Sleepers start things off by terrestrializing their Minccino, and it's going to be a Dragon type. So that's a Dragon type Minccino for the Sleepers. Mewtwo is going to answer with a terrestrialization of their own. It's always spectacular to see as their Shroomish turns into the perfect answer for that Dragon type. It is the Fairy type Shroomish. So if they go for any stab Dragon type moves here, it will not affect that Shroomish. There goes the Minccino with the Lava Plume though. And Lava Plume hits not very hard, but gets the burn, which is what you'll want to see. So Shroomish's attack is going to drop there, plus the damage after every turn. Amnesia from the Shroomish. That raises special defense. That could be dangerous. Let's see. Shroomish hurt by the burn. And Minccino gets to go again. Minccino with the Super Fang. Super Fang! That does half of your remaining HP, so that's a big hit. Putting Shroomish in the yellow there as Shroomish retaliates with the Thunder. However, not very effective because of the Dragon typing on that Minccino. Thunder actually landed too, no problem. There goes the Minccino. It's gonna go for a Strength. It does still get the stab boost from Strength because it is a normal type Pokemon. Even though it doesn't get the normal type weaknesses, it still gets the stab from it when you are terrestrialized. So that is pretty good there. Shroomish is gaining some HP back, but it's not enough to save it from the burn, so it's gonna faint here. And Minccino doing a great job here, getting rid of the first Pokemon on the Mewtwo's team. So the Mewtwo's gonna go for Rowlet now. There goes the Minccino once again. Minccino with a Fire Spin. That's super effective against the Rowlet. Really liking those fire type moves. It's going to trap Rowlet in the Vortex, damaging at the end of every turn. Did a little bit of damage as well. Oh, Rowlet does a Baton Pass. Oh, that's really bad though. The Baton Pass actually keeps the Fire Spin on the new Pokemon coming out. So the Quillfish that comes out will still be trapped in the Vortex. And that doesn't seem like a great idea. Here comes the Quillfish with the Bullet Seed. Bullet Seed not very effective, but will hit multiple times. And it only hits twice, so doesn't do enough damage to the Minccino as it goes for it with a Weather Ball. Weather Ball gonna land. And oh, I thought Fire Spin would stay in effect. Does when you do Baton Pass, I guess the trapping moves don't stay? Well, ignore what I just said there as a Magnarize comes from the Quillfish there. And then Minccino is going to answer with the Fire. But it's really focusing on the fire type moves. Now you're going up against the Quillfish. Maybe not the best idea. Focus on some different ones. Maybe ground type. But it just used Magnet Rise. So I guess ground type moves won't work either. There goes the Grassy Terrain, which will only help the Minccino because Quillfish is floating above the ground. So that wasn't a good move. Judgment against the Quillfish. A critical hit as well. Minccino getting that health back. Quillfish in the red. Quillfish not looking good at all. Goes for the Rock Smash, not super effective, but does put Minccino in the yellow as it goes for a Bleak Wind Storm. That's a move name right there. And Quillfish faints. Minccino takes out two Pokemon on its own with an opportunity to sweep the entire Mewtwo team from a Minccino. Oh my goodness. You never know what's going to happen in the Metronome Madness. But it's always interesting when you see these Pokemon that you don't expect just make big moves in these battles. So Rowlet comes back out. Minccino gets to go first here. Goes for a Bug Bite, which is neutral against the Flying Grass type. Rowlet gonna go with a Future Sight. Well, that's gonna land later on in the battle. Maybe it can turn the tide. We'll see what happens. Minccino decides to go for a substitute. So it's going to swap out some of its HP in order to put a substitute up. Maybe not a bad idea. as it can help it stay on the field a little longer, especially if Rowlet goes for moves like Electro Shock, which won't be very effective against the Dragon type here. Minccino still getting HP from the grassy terrain. There it goes. It's gonna go for a Heal Pulse. Oh, that might have dashed any chances that the sleepers had at a sweep here, as they give health back to Rowlet. It's back to full health here. There goes the Electro Shot. It lands, not very effective. And the substitute, oh, the substitute will fade though, so it did enough damage to break the substitute. And the Future Sight hits. Minccino finally gets knocked out here, but man, did it put up a fight. It would have been in a better position if it didn't heal the Rowlet in the last turn. But the sleepers still have 2 Pokemon left. They have their Execute and their final Pokemon, which is Quagsire. Execute out on the field against Rowlet. Rowlet at full HP thanks to Minccino. Gonna go for triple arrows. Not doing a lot of damage at all as Execute looks to retaliate. And it's gonna go for a headbutt. Headbutt, not doing that much. Rowlet goes again. Rowlet goes for a Surf this time. Again, not very effective. Not the best move choices coming from the Rowlet. Can't figure out the Grass Psychic Pokemon, I guess. There goes the Thunder Wave. It's gonna slow Rowlet down and paralyze it, so it may not be able to move. There goes the Execute now. It's faster, and it goes for a Dire Claw, which is super effective. There we go. Pin Missile. Pin Missile, super effective. Good move by the Rowlet. The Execute is holding an Oran Berry, so it gets 10 HP back. As Rowlet continues its attack, and that might, yeah, that's gonna take out the Execute. Pin Missile was just a bit too much for it, and Execute goes down. So Rowlet with the comeback for the Mewtwo's. If it can get past the Quagsire, the Mewtwo's can win. We'll see exactly what happens. It's not looking too great, being paralyzed and already down half its health. There goes Quagsire going for a Sleep Powder. That, of course, does not affect Rowlet and wouldn't work either way, as Rowlet is already paralyzed. As, oh, it goes for a Roar of Time. If you want to win, those are the moves to use. Taking a ton of damage from that Quagsire. My goodness. Quagsire then goes for a Corrosive Gas. That's going to burn away Rowlet's Snowball, so we can't use that. Rowlet does have to recharge that turn, so Quagsire gets one more attack in for free. And it goes for a Rain Dance. Of course, going to raise any Water-type moves, which Quagsire does get stabbed from, so that could be dangerous. There goes an Aura Sphere. Rowlet hitting hard against this Quagsire. Oh my gosh. This could definitely be dangerous for the sleepers. Quagsire goes again, this time with the Psycho Boost. Psycho Boost does land, and that does it. Takes the Rowlet out. Oh, that was very close. Closer than the sleepers would have liked, especially after their Minccino almost swept it, but they came away with the win. So now they are 2-0. Unfortunately, you're 1-1 for the Master Mewtwo's. They're going to have to make it up in their next match. If you enjoyed that, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe for more of the Metronome Madness League, and I will see you in the next one.